I wanted to have my own web series, so here it is.
I have dreams, such big dreams. It's so hard to make them come true. I get in funks, I get too swamped, and some days I don't know what to do. Persistence should pay off. It takes so much energy. I'm tired and I'm scared. Scared of mediocrity.
Over the past decade, I've achieved a lot of my dreams. I had 2 musicals in the Fringe Festival win the Audience Favorite Award, Meaningless Sex and The Spickner Spin, a political satire about a bum who gets elected mayor, kind of a combination of My Fair Lady and Chicago. And I've done 9 reviews of my work at Don't Tell Mama over the last decade. The first one was And Then She Dumped Me, about all the girls who broke my heart. Then there was The Gayest Straight Man Alive, which is self-explanatory, and Meaningful Sex, the opposite of Meaningless Sex. Incidentally, when that show was up, my grandmother asked me what meaningless sex was. I told her, sex without meaning. But nowadays, I just refer her to Masters of Sex. Neurotic Tendencies, why am I not famous yet? Very good question. Writer's Block, a cabaret that was hard to write. I'll Relax When I'm Dead, a reluctantly prolific cabaret. If Adele could do it, so can I. An Evening of Mostly Sorrow, that one was sad. And most recently, Not Your Grandma's Cabaret, unless she's really naughty. An Evening of My Dirtiest, Filthiest Songs. But on a cleaner note, I also had a 6-week run of my children's musical, Stanley's Party. A lot of people really loved that show, including my grandmother. And more recently, we just did the studio cast recording of my new musical, Love Quirks. And my YOLO parody music video, YOFO, has almost 2,000 views. And finally, I'm just about done filming the 4th season of this web series. And that's a lot more seasons than a lot of shows run. Although, when money is not involved, it is much easier to get renewed. But if I had a lot of money, I would never spend it, and I would just swim in it all day like Scrooge McDuck.
I have dreams that shape my life. I sacrifice things left and right. The price is high, too high for some, and I pay all day and night. But I believe in time. I won't have to be so sore. And when that day arrives, I'll appreciate it more.
Be careful what you wish for. I booked a national tour and I thought, this is it. This is what I've been waiting for. It was going to be East Coast, a couple of states. I'd be singing songs. It was a cabaret type like thing. Some great Broadway tunes from Wicked and Cabaret. And when I got there, the first clue that this might not be a dream come true was when rehearsals were 11 a.m. till whenever we're done. Run for the hills if that ever happens to you. Then, the house that they housed us in, it was host housing, the creator of the show had been there 12 years ago, so he assumed that it was still in a good condition. It was sort of a Grey Gardens situation. It was in the middle of the woods. There was every creature and insect imaginable. The bathroom was covered in moths. There were Chinese beetles falling from the ceiling in droves. There were thousands of them. There were stink bugs on my toothbrush. There was rat poop on the counters in the kitchen, like amidst the food. And there was no hot water and no water pressure. But I thought, okay, well this is just while we're rehearsing. Once we're on the road, it's gonna be great. We were 4 to a hotel room. That's 2 people to a bed, mind you, in one tiny little room. And then we never got fed. We had a 2-show day. And I said, okay, are we going to be stopping for food today? Like, we haven't eaten since the gas station yesterday. And they said, oh, I thought it was understood that on 2-show days we don't have time to stop for food. oh my gosh, so we do the first show, and it's in this big catering hall, and one of the tables didn't have any people at it, so after the show, I was just stuffing pie and salad in my face, whatever was untouched, and then I hear a voice, Rory, are you eating pie? Oh, so we don't have to stop then? We're not stopping for food? It only got worse from there, folks. Living the dream! The dreamers must endure through life's ups and downs and focus on their goals and pass their proudest rounds. Dreamers can't stop dreaming even if they try. There's no other choice for them. There's no question why.
I've accomplished a lot of my dreams, but there's still so much more I want to do. First and foremost, I want to get my musical Love Quirks off Broadway, but once it's off Broadway, the next logical step is to have a musical on Broadway. And every time I cross through Schubert Alley, I dream of having the poster of my musical up here on display. I'd love to win a Tony Award or two, and even host the Tony Awards one day. I could write my own opening number, but if only I could do magic like Neil Patrick Harris. I'd love to work for Disney or the Muppets. I'd like to do a whole score and then win an Oscar for Best Song, and then with the Tony and a Grammy for cast recording and the Oscar, all I would need was an Emmy to complete my EGOT. Where better to get an Emmy than from my own sitcom? That's right, I'm ready to turn this web series into a full-fledged sitcom where instead of just telling stories, we can show them. I think I'd be a great fit for HBO or FX or Comedy Central, but if we bleep all the cursing, like on Arrested Development, I could even be on NBC. I'd love to write a book and have a cardboard cutout of myself like Liz Lemon. I have been saving all my writings over the years for my autobiography, including this piece from the first grade.
Fall is a great season. Leaves change colors and they fall. Fall starts soccer season. Halloween is in fall too. I like jumping in the leaves after I rake them. In fall you wear longer and thicker clothes. Thanksgiving is in fall. My cousin's birthday is on Thanksgiving.
And finally, I would love to have my own personal assistant who's as attentive as Gary is to Selena. Well, there you have it. Those are my dreams, and I will continue to pursue them no matter what. But for now, I think it's best to let it go.
So I'll dream until I die, and I'll try as hard as I can. And if I fail, at least I know I came up with my own plan, ignoring common sense, giving everything I've got, no matter what the odds. I can't be something that I'm not. I'm a dreamer.
Thank you for watching Season 4. Barring a network picking up my show for a sitcom, Smee and I will be back next summer for Season 5. See you then on Every Day a Little Seth.
I wanted to have my